The morning sun brushed the tall stone towers of Eldoria Castle with a soft, golden light. I walked slowly along the cobblestone streets, each step echoing faintly like a heartbeat stretched across time. The air was cool, carrying distant scents of wildflowers and the warm aroma of fresh bread from the market stalls. Every corner seemed alive with quiet stories, whispers of centuries past, waiting for someone to notice. Near the town fountain, water trickled gently, shimmering in the morning light. Tiny sparks danced across the surface like memories floating silently in the air. Along the garden paths, the first blooms of spring trembled in the gentle breeze. Lavender, pale daisies, golden buttercups, petals swaying softly, nodding a quiet greeting. The castle gates opened slowly, inviting me in, encouraging me to leave the world outside behind. I walked deeper into the halls, my footsteps soft and deliberate. Tapestries hung along the stone walls, depicting harvests, quiet mornings, and festivals long ago. Threads carried laughter, hope, and love from centuries past. I found the library, its doors heavy but welcoming. Ancient scrolls lined the shelves, dust particles floating in beams of sunlight like tiny golden stars. Every scroll, every book remembered the hands that had touched it, the thoughts that had been written within. A soft bell rang somewhere in the distance, deliberate and gentle. Time here moved differently, slowly, calmly, allowing me to breathe, to let go, to simply exist. I walked to the window, gazing over the valley. Fog curled over hills, rivers shimmered in soft morning light, rooftops glowed warmly, and I realized the world outside may rush, but here we wander slowly, peacefully, freely. Footsteps approached quietly. Sir Alaric appeared, his armor catching the sunlight without glare, only calm dignity. We walked together through the castle gardens, each step soft, echoing faintly. He spoke not of battles, but of quiet moments. Scholars reading under candlelight, artisans weaving tapestries, farmers tending their fields in silence. Every story felt gentle, a lullaby for the mind. We paused by a fountain. Water trickled rhythmically, soothingly. Sir Alaric touched the smooth stone and smiled. Around us the wind carried the scent of flowers and warm stone. Birds chirped softly above. We wandered deeper into the castle. Sunlight streamed through high windows, casting long shadows across the floors. Every sound, every movement, every whisper reminded me time is measured not by hours, but by quiet reflection and peace. I found a small balcony overlooking the valley. Fog curled over hills, rivers shimmered faintly, and Sir Alaric spoke softly. Eldoria has always remembered every life, every quiet moment, every gentle story. I nodded, feeling the weight of centuries around me, soft and comforting, a place where history was alive, yet gentle, waiting to lull all who listened into calm, peaceful thought.
As the morning light grew stronger, I wandered deeper into the castle grounds. The gardens stretched endlessly, filled with winding paths, stone benches, and gentle fountains. Each step revealed a new story, petals trembling in the soft breeze, ivy climbing gracefully over ancient stone walls, and the quiet hum of bees moving lazily from flower to flower. I followed a narrow path toward the east wing of the castle. Sunlight filtered through tall windows, casting golden rectangles across the polished stone floors. The air smelled faintly of lavender and parchment, a subtle reminder of both the gardens and the library I had visited earlier. A small door caught my attention, slightly ajar. I pushed it open slowly and stepped inside. It led to a hall lined with portraits, kings, queens, and scholars, each gazing silently from their gilded frames. Their eyes seemed to follow me gently, as if acknowledging my presence, welcoming me into the long-held history of Eldoria. I paused before one painting, a young scholar seated at a desk by candlelight. The image was so vivid, I could almost feel the warmth of the flickering flame and the soft scratch of quill on parchment. I leaned in closer, and for a moment, the past and present seemed to merge. From the hallway, I could hear the distant notes of music, soft, melodic, drifting from the castle courtyard. Curious, I followed the sound and discovered a small gathering of musicians practicing for the evening festival. The melody was gentle, slow, and hypnotic. I paused to listen, letting each note settle softly in the air, blending with the whisper of the wind outside. I continued my walk toward the western tower, where Sir Alaric had mentioned a secret terrace overlooking the valley. The stairs were worn, polished smooth by centuries of footsteps. Each step felt deliberate, almost like a meditation. I reached the top and stepped onto the terrace. The view was breathtaking. Rolling hills stretched endlessly, mist curling gently over the forests, rivers catching the morning light like strands of silver. A soft breeze brushed my face. I leaned against the stone balustrade, letting the serenity of the scene sink in. The distant sounds of the village, faint and muted, mixed with the whisper of the wind, the rustling of leaves, and the soft music from below. For a long while, I simply stood there, absorbing the quiet stories that Eldoria offered. Each gust of wind, each ripple in the river, every glimmer of light seemed to carry a message from the past, a reminder of patience, gentle living of history preserved in the softest details. Eventually, I descended back into the castle courtyard. The lanterns from the previous night still floated faintly along the river, their soft glow mingling with the morning light. Fireflies lingered in patches of shadow, as if reluctant to leave the gentle calm of dawn. I sat on a stone bench, letting my hands rest on my knees, breathing deeply. Sir Alaric approached quietly, not a word, just a nod, as if understanding the quiet reflection I needed. Together we watched the river, the lanterns drifting slowly, the soft rustle of trees around us, and I felt a calmness unlike any other. Time seemed suspended. In Eldoria, history wasn't loud or grand. It was soft, subtle, persistent. It lived in the stones, the rivers, the gardens, the music, and the quiet moments between breaths. And as I sat there, I felt a gentle pull toward the stories yet untold, the paths I had not yet wandered, the secrets waiting in the corners of the castle for someone patient enough to notice them.
The room was silent. Only the sound of the old ceiling fan turning slowly above him filled the air. A lazy, rhythmic hum that matched the heartbeat of the night. Ethan took a step forward, his boots sinking slightly into the dust. Every corner of the library whispered age. The books, the air, even the light, everything carried the memory of something ancient. He brushed his fingers along a row of faded spines. Titles written in forgotten languages, ink that had turned brown with centuries. And then there was a sound. A soft, almost human sigh, coming from the far end of the hall. Ethan froze. "Is someone there?" he whispered. No reply, only the faint rustle of pages, as if an invisible hand had just turned one. He moved closer, heart thudding. A single candle flickered on a marble table, but no one was there. Then he noticed a book lying open, glowing faintly. Its pages shimmered with a dim golden light, and letters began to rearrange themselves as if alive. He leaned closer. The words formed a sentence. "You found the library of time, but time remembers everyone who enters." Ethan's breath caught. He stepped back, the candlelight trembling. The air grew colder. Whispers surrounded him, hundreds of voices murmuring at once, all speaking the same line in different tongues. Time remembers, time remembers.
He covered his ears, but the sound was inside his mind. The whispers grew into a storm until suddenly everything stopped. Total silence. Then the voice of a woman, soft, gentle, ancient. "Ethan." she said. "Why did you come back?" He turned, startled, and there, standing at the edge of the aisle, was a figure. Her form shimmered like mist, half light, half memory. Her eyes held galaxies. Her smile was heartbreak. "Who are you?" Ethan managed to ask. "I was the last keeper, before the library forgot my name." Her gaze drifted toward the glowing book. "It has chosen you," she whispered. "But every choice here has a cost." The candle flickered violently. The shelves trembled. Books began to slide out, one by one, landing open on the floor, pages fluttering like wings. Ethan looked down. Each book had his name written inside. Different years, different ages, different deaths. He whispered, terrified, What does this mean?" The woman's face softened. "It means you have walked this library before." The light dimmed, and as the last candle went out, Ethan heard the voice again, not from the woman, but from inside his own head. "Welcome back, reader of lost time." And then the world folded into black.